began to sink. They came and helped them.
Some people both will sink, yo. Because the fish will be too much. Friends. Come. Who put fish there? It is you that is using your head to calculate. When it involves God, right here, we can discover oil. Yes. When it's ready to do it, the government will just say, hey, Church of Buana, leave this place for us. Amen. Help. Jesus' life. Yes. He didn't say so. John 16:33 he said, so far you are still in this world, you will experience tribulation. But be of good cheer. Bolo ti rena atakara.
Where did he saw cake?
To fi bo Elijah.
To feed Elijah.
How do you explain all this stuff? How? That somebody died and he was buried after 4 days. And somebody came and said, where did you bury him? Why did you behave like this? Roll away the stone. And they called his name. Lazarus. Come out. The Bible says he was tied. And he said, lose him and let him go. And he was loosed. Somebody who has died for 4 days. He has been buried. He was thinking. Who told you God cannot restore your life that is thinking? Who told you? That God cannot change your story because people say you have messed up your life, you have destroyed your life. Who said so? If it is man's help, it is limited. If it is from God, it is limitless. How do you explain it? That God sent his children to go and take over a land. And they met an harlot. And he said, come, let me hide you in my house. Let me hide you here. And God said, we are coming back to take over this place. But whatever we find in this same house, we won't touch it. And you'll be dwelling with us. You will enjoy the grace of God. Hey, how do we? The person you have condemned, he will rebrand, he will repolish, give him new life, and give him testimony. When he involves God, you can't predict him. Go to Isaiah 40. You don't know God. You don't know him. You think you know God. You are using your brain to calculate who God is. I read my Bible. I look at it quite very well. I discovered that we cannot describe God. He is indescribable. Isaiah chapter 40 from verse 21. The Bible says,
have ye not known?
Have ye not known?
Have ye not heard?
Have ye not heard?
Had it not been told you from the beginning?
Had it not been told you from the beginning?
Have ye not understand from the foundation of the head?
Have ye not understand from the foundation of the head?
It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the head.
Hey, it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the head.
And the inhabitants thereof are his grasshoppers.
Can you see how you be? You are like grasshopper. Oh, look at what God compares us to. You are like grasshopper. With all your bragging, with all your position, with all your money, you are like grasshopper. My stone of help, only you are my help. You don't know him. Oh, more. You don't know him. Oh, more. He seated upon the circle of the head, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshopper.
He stretched out the heavens and as a curtain.
He stretched out the heaven as a curtain. Heaven, the entire world, as a curtain.
And spread them out as a tent to dwell in.
He spread them out as a tent to dwell in. Yes, verse 23.
That bringeth the princes to nothing.
He bring the princes to nothing.
He maketh the judges of the earth as vanity.
He maketh the judges of the earth as nothing, vanity. Yes.
Yea, they shall not planted. Yea, they shall not be sown. Yea, their stock.
Read verse 25.
To whom then will ye liken me?
To whom then will you liken me?
Or shall I be equal?
Or is it pastor? Is it bishop? Is it GO? Is it anybody that will be equal with?
Said the Holy One.
Read further.
Lift up your eyes on high.
Lift up your eyes on high.
And behold.
And behold.
Who had created these things?
Look at everything around you. Who had created them?
That bringeth out their hosts by number. He called them all by name.
And he said, you will be calling goats, you sheep, you ram, you cow, you God. He created them and gave them names. This one will be called land. This one will be called favor. This one will be called breeze. He created them, gave them names.
By the greatness of his might.
By the greatness of his might.
For that he is strong in power.
He is strong in power.
Not one faileth.
Oh my God, he faileth not. If it is human being, they can fail. But he is failing not.
He's never weak. He's never weak.
Verse 28.
Only is never with the one that created the heaven and the earth. Your helper may be weak. That you rest upon. But God can never be weak. Your helper may be tired. But God can never be tired. The person may say he's not working with you. He will say I'm with you.
Ẹlẹ́dàá gbogbo ìpẹ̀kun ayé
kì í ṣàárẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àárẹ̀ kì í mú.
Kì í rẹ̀.
Kò sí àwárí òye rẹ̀.
Give me key some ọ̀gá yìí. Kò sí àwárí. Ọ̀kan nínú àwọn tó lóye jù ní àgbáyé ni Albert Einstein.
One of the most wise persons in the world is Albert Einstein.
Wọ́n lọ kó àwọn tó ti kọjá ní ayé ní 100 years ìjọ wọn wẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ọlọ́gbọ́n jù.
They gather people that have gone like 100 years back.
Albert Einstein ni wọ́n rí.
Albert Einstein was picked.
Jew ni bọ̀ ilẹ̀ Germany náà bí sí.
He was a Jew but was born in Germany.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló propelled tí ẹ̀ ń lò ní mathematics lónìí as logic.
He propelled many things in mathematics today that we're using as logic.
But ọgbọ́n rẹ̀ ò súnmọ́ tẹ̀ tó láyé àtọ̀.
But his wisdom is not compared to the creator of heaven and earth.
Gbogbo ọgbọ́n ẹ̀ dàbí tata.
All his wisdom is like grasshopper.
Ìwọ ò tí ì mọ̀.
You didn't know.
Pé kì í ṣàárẹ̀.
That is never weakened.
Ká.
Kì í ṣàárẹ̀.
Àárẹ̀ yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àárẹ̀ kì í mú.
Kò lè listen. When God is involved in helping you,
tí Ọlọ́run bá wà nínú ìrànlọ́wọ́ rẹ̀,
people began to ask pé
àwọn yóò máa bẹ̀.
ó tajà tán ní Abuja, ó sá lọ sí Kútọ́nù, ó parí ní Kútọ́nù, ó sá lọ sí Abuja, ó sá lọ sí Èkó, ó kúrò l'Ékòó, ó lọ London, ó kúrò London. Ṣé kì í rẹ̀ wọ́n ni?
He finished his market from here from Abuja to Lagos, from Lagos to London. He still never tired.
Because God is involved.
Torí pé Ọlọ́run wà níbẹ̀ ni.
He will help the person.
Yóò ràn ẹnìyẹn lọ́wọ́.
And the person won't get tired.
Ẹnìyẹn kò wá ní rẹ̀.
And if you want to compare yourself that is using all effort,
tó bá wá fẹ́ fi ara wí ẹnìyẹn.
you discover that before you move from Abuja to Lọ́kọ́jà,
wàá
you
rí
don't
pé kò
tire.
tó kúrò l'Abuja dé Lọ́kọ́jà ó ti rẹ̀.
Because God is involved in helping the person.
Torí pé Ọlọ́run wà nínú wíwọ̀n
You
ẹnìyẹn
will be
lọ́wọ́.
asking yourself, ṣé ẹ̀kan mú nǹkan?
Is it not that they are taking something?
Kì í rí àwọn eléyìí.
Are they not tired?
Because God is involved.
Torí pé Ọlọ́run wà níbẹ̀.
Kò sí àwárí òye rẹ̀.
Oh yeah, listen, when help in trouble comes upon you,
tí ìrànlọ́wọ́ nígbà ìtọ́jú bá wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀.
look at me here.
Gbomi.
A stark illiterate,
ẹni tí ò gbọ́ tí ò lóye
a
kankan.
stark
ẹni
illiterate
tí ò kàwé kankan.
living in the village
tó ń gbé ní abúlé.
where there is no opportunity,
níbi tí ò sí àǹfààní.
where there is no advantage,
níbi tí ò sí orí ọ̀fẹ́.
God will transform his life.
Ọlọ́run yóò yí ayé ẹ̀
Then he
padà.
began to employ professors.
Yóò máa wá gba pòfẹ́sọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́.
He will give him something
Yóò fún ní kankan.
that will draw the attention of professors and the powerful to him.
tí ó pe àwọn tó lágbára àwọn tó nímọ̀ wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀.
Ó ń fi agbára fún aláàárẹ̀.
Oh, look at him.
Wo.
Ó ń fálà rẹ̀ lágbára.
He given the weak in power.
Do you know why God has not been helping you? Because you are telling God that I can do it.
ṣé ọmọdé tọ́lá ò ṣe wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ni pé òun wò bí ẹni pé òun ṣe bí ẹni tó lè
You are
ṣe.
using your brain to
òun
tell
lo
God,
ọpọlọ rẹ láti ṣe
I
ni.
can try.
mo lè ṣe mo lè gbìyànjú
That's
ẹ̀.
why you have not been experiencing
ohun tó
that.
ṣe níbi bí yẹn nìyẹn.
But when you say, God,
àmọ́ tó bá ní Ọlọ́run.
I don't know anybody.
mi ò mẹ́nikẹ́ni.
I have no connection.
mi ò nímọ̀
No one
kankan.
to help me.
kò sẹ́ni tó lè ràn mí
Say,
lọ́wọ́.
here I am.
a níbi ni mo wà.
I will help you.
màá ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
Fear not.
má bẹ̀rù.
I will help you.
màá ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
He faileth not.
kò kùnà rí.
Kò sí ẹni tó lè ṣàwárí òye ẹ̀. Àwárí òye ẹ̀ kò ṣe é kà síwájú.
Àní àárẹ̀ yóò mú àwọn ọ̀dọ́mọdé.
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́mọdé tó ń sáré fúnra ara wọn tó rò pé àwọn lè listen. Young people should stop saying I'm hustling. When it comes to God, you don't have to hustle.
àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kí wọ́n yé sọ pé mò ń ọ̀sùn mọ́ tó bá ti jẹ́ tọ́lọ́wọ́ ò nílò láti ọ̀sùn.
You don't have to hustle.
o ò nílò rẹ̀.
Stop that language.
má máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́.
It is because you think you can do it.
torí pé òpó lè ṣe é ni o.
But when you hand it over to God,
àmọ́ tó bá kó lé Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́.
He will help you.
yóò ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
Yóò sì rẹ̀ wọ́n.
Those that are hustling will be tired. Yes.
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin yóò tilẹ̀ ṣubú pátápátá.
The younger generation will fall flat because they are going in their own strength. But
Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tí ó bá dúró de Olúwa
they that wait on the Lord.
yóò tún agbára wọn ṣe.
Lord, I don't have power. Help me. He will now renew your.
àwọn tí ò bá lágbára tó kígbe yóò wá wọ̀n wọ́n lọ́wọ́.
Wọ́n fi ìyẹn gúnkè bí ìdì.
Oh, listen to me. There is difference between you walking and running.
ìyàtọ̀ wà láàrin ìwọ kó máa sáré àti kó máa fò.
When you are walking
tó bá rìn
or running,
àbí ò sáré.
it will take you some effort
yóò rẹ̀ ní ọ̀nà ẹni ipá díẹ̀
to move forward.
láti tẹ̀síwájú.
But when you begin to fly,
àmọ́ tó bá ń fò
oh, you are still using some effort.
ó ń lo ipá díẹ̀ o.
But when you get to a stage that you are now soaring,
àmọ́ tó bá dé ìpele tó yẹ pé o kàn ń lọ lójú ọ̀run ni.
you will go in the strength of the wing.
wà á máa lọ létí ìyá afẹ́fẹ́.
It is the wind that will be taking you.
afẹ́fẹ́ ni ó máa gbé ẹ.
You just have to stretch your wing
wà á kàn náwó ẹ ni.
and the breeze will be taking you.
a máa wá gbé ẹ lọ.
So when God is involved in helping
tí
you,
Ọlọ́run bá ti wà nínú wíwọ̀n ẹ lọ́wọ́.
you will not walk,
o ò ní rìn.
you will not
o
run,
ò ní sáré.
you will not fly,
o ò ní fò.
you will soar.
wà á máa kọjá lọ létí ìyá afẹ́fẹ́.
You don't understand.
Kò yẹ.
There is something that makes me call me to your presence. There is something that call me to your presence. I was in London last week. And I was having a meeting with ministers. And our pastor in Otta branch. Send my number to a lady who have been trusting God for the fruit of the womb for, is it 14 years? Yes, 14 years. 14 years. And the person kept calling me. I don't have the number. And I was so busy, I couldn't pick the call. And that my pastor now taught her a log. He said, send a message and say, very, very urgent. I'm dying, urgent. And she sent that message. For 2-3 days, I couldn't access the message. So I was going through messages. A lot of messages I was going through. And I saw that one. And the Spirit of God said, call her. Somebody I didn't know. He said, call her. And I picked the phone. And I call her. And I said, you have been... She didn't tell me her problem. But divine helper who has made up his mind to help him. He said, tell us so. Tell us so. I said, you are looking for the fruit of the womb. And that lady went to that my pastor, he was a banker, to borrow 300,000 to join 500,000 she's having, so that she can do operation that the hospital wanted her to do. In fact, she was working in the hospital. She has done some operation according to her. No pregnancy. 14 years. But after following all the instructions, she called me back and said, you are pregnant. And she was laughing. You know, there's some prophecy you hear and you begin to laugh and say, I've heard so many of that. I've heard so many people telling me, when they were giving their testimony, they will say, when Baba say, go and get pregnant, I asked myself that she oko mandani to can dash yan. I was Baba ti gbọ́ tó pé táwọn bá ní kó lọ bímọ a kò gbọ́jà baba ṣé wọ́n mú dání wọ́n pin ni is he giving out. Maybe she thought so. Bóyá wá wò bẹ́ẹ̀. And she got pregnant. Ó dẹ̀ lóyún. As God said. Bọ́lá ò ṣe wí. And gradually. Gradually. Last week, I was in London. And they called me that she has delivered. So wait. I want to let you know that God can help you beyond human reasoning. Tell me how many kids? Twins. A boy and a girl. After 14 years. Please take your seats. We will still pray. But I'm telling you, when God is involved in helping you in trouble, He will nullify all doctors' reports. And they say, here I am. I want to help you. Help in trouble. Listen. Sometimes your prayer of getting out of some trouble is like you are telling God to stop a glory. Because behind every trouble there is a glory. I want you to listen carefully to me. Behind every stubborn trouble, great trouble, there is a glory. Moses went through it. Abraham went through it. Joshua went through it. In fact, sometimes a greater glory is hidden in trouble. So when you are asking God to let the trouble go, it's like you are asking God to let the glory go.
So nígbà tó bá sọ fún Ọlọ́run pé kó jẹ́ kí ogun yẹn kó lọ, ó sọ fún Ọlọ́run pé bí ẹni pé kó jẹ́ kí ogun yẹn kó lọ ni.
So God will allow some trouble.
So Ọlọ́run yóò fọyín gba àwọn ogun kan.
To announce your glory.
Láti kéde ògo rẹ̀.
Help in trouble.
Ìrànlọ́wọ́ nígbà ìpọ́njú.
Even Jesus went through it.
Jésù Olúwa gan là kọjá.
That they slap him.
Wọ́n gbá mi lójú.
They crucify him.
Wọ́n kàn mí mọ́gi.
They split on him.
Wọ́n tutọ́ sí lára.
They were doing all sorts. Those people who did it, where are they?
Gbogbo àwọn tó ṣe níbo ni wọ́n wà.
Where are they now?
Níbo ni wọ́n wà báyìí.
But the glory of that Jesus is still.
Ṣùgbọ́n ògo Jésù yẹn à ń gbọ́ lọ.
So sometimes God will allow some trouble so that your glory will last long. It will be transgeneration, not just for this generation.
Lọ́run yóò fọyín gba àwọn ogun kan torí pé ògo rẹ̀ yóò fa hàn yóò máa jẹ́ ti ìran dé ìran.
Not just for this generation. Like generation and generation and generation.
Gbogbo ìran dé ìran
We'll be talking about you.
Yóò máa gbọ́ nípa rẹ̀.
So sometimes stop running for some trouble.
Nígbà míì má sá fún àwọn ogun kan.
Because how would you know
torí pé báwo ló ṣe mọ̀.
that God has empowered you
pé Ọlọ́run ti fún ẹ ní agbára.
to the level
dé ìpele kan.
that Red Sea can be parted
pé òkun lè pínyà.
before you.
níwájú rẹ̀.
If the Red Sea did not come against your way.
tí òkun yẹn ò bá wá sí ọ̀nà rẹ̀.
How will you know God has empowered you? How will you know God has given you wisdom? If God has not allowed some chronic matter to come before you, and God, the wisdom He has given you, use it to solve the problem. How will you know God has empowered you or given you wisdom? It is difficult for you to forget than what you learn normally. So if your life is too cold and there's no trouble, I doubt if you have glory. Let me repeat. If everything about you is silence, nobody is backstabbing you. Nobody is discussing you. Nobody is saying anything about you. Everything is cool. I think you don't carry anything. You should check yourself. If your life is too silent, nobody is sending arrow from anywhere. Nobody, you didn't hear that somebody is talking about you in a negative way. You didn't greet some people and they refuse to answer. Oh, down.
You greet some people and they refuse to answer.
Oh, you didn't
know that. You didn't hear that in 4th, 3rd house they didn't have job. They are talking about you.
Oh,
you didn't see that they are taking
your status on your WhatsApp.
What is he posting again?
Only problem.
You are having a problem.
Oh, you come and Google.
They must be. They have to Google. What is he doing again? Because something is speaking about you.
But by the time everything is silent, please
go and pray. It's likely they've gotten you.
But when there is trouble, oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
when they are discussing you, oh, wonderful. When they don't have job again, it is you they are now focusing on. Oh. Tell somebody fantastic. And if you are among those people that are discussing people and say,
it seems those sweet people. Who are you? That means you are poor in category. What is wrong with them? That means you have dropped your own, you have carried another person's slogan. They didn't tell you you have a problem. You need a deliverance. You're supposed to come and see our father. Or Pastor Isaac. So they will just tie you to a pole for maybe your memory will come back. That as great glory is, likewise the turbulence. They didn't
look at you and say, see the clothes. You see
the
only one you will not be wearing clothes anyhow. Look at the shoe. You are the topic of the day. That means you carry something.
It might manifest.
It may not have manifested. But they know you carry something.
That's why they are discussing you.
The
day you started joining them to discuss somebody.
It has dropped from you.
Clap for Jesus. Help in trouble. Help in trouble. I love God of Israel. In some year, by maybe 1967, there was a war in Israel. It's a war of 6 days. The entire Arab world waged war against Israelites. Egypt, Jordan, Syria. They gathered to wage war against Israel. And they were fighting them. Within 6 days. And God of Israel came to help them. And the Egyptian, who happened to be the most powerful, on the last day, something happened. God fought for the Israelites to the extent that the commandant of the Egyptian said, hey, everybody stop. Let's run away. I saw one big God of Israel arising from the sea. If he laid his hand on us, we are in trouble. And they left. Since that year, Israel became their husband. Till today. It was then they got Gaza. It was then they got West Bank. It was then they got Sinai. It was then they came to agreement and said, okay, we will call Palestine a state, but we will be controlling it. And everybody agreed. Because God turned a small boy, the smallest in their midst, to the most powerful. When God decided to help you, it doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter whether you are illiterate or literate. It doesn't matter whether you have connection or no connection. It will make you superpower over those that thought they have power. Somebody shout, I need them. Help in trouble. Maleka Santa Pondale. Help in trouble. Help in trouble. Whenever I see trouble, I know something good is coming. In fact, sometimes when I discover that things are getting good, I used to pray to God and say, Eban, what trouble? Eban, what trouble? Trouble bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Bí kan parọ́ kan ṣe kíní kan báyìí. Ògo kan máa tẹ̀lé nìyẹn. Let me quickly give you 8 things God must help you with. 8 things God must help. It is a must. God must help you with these 8 things. If you want divine help, number 1, God must help you with sound health. If you don't have sound health, no matter what you have, you don't have anything. God wants all of us to be in sound health. Somebody said, eat your food as drug. Drug. Because if you refuse to eat your food as drug, a time is coming that you'll be eating your drug as food.
And we all knew drug is not sweet. And the greatest drug is God. Once you have him, he has all power to heal any disease. Somebody came to our church with a very big belly. Leg swollen. Stomach swelling. So he was diagnosed for diabetes and all sorts of things. Has been to several hospitals. No solution. No way out. And what eventually happened? So they decided to let him die in the church. So they brought him to our church in Ekiti. And I pray for him. God said, I will touch him and I will help him. And I said, leave him there. I didn't pray for him again. Just left him. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks on the bench. So if I'm passing, the family will be saying, Daddy, this thing is getting worse. I'll say, leave him. When it is time for the owner of him to help him, he will do what he needs to do. So I'll just pass by and pray for him. So one day, God helped him. And what happened? The big belly disappear. The leg normal. Everything. He could now eat, he could do everything. And they were just looking and said, Daddy. My dad 3 days ago. My dad. To God be the glory. Our last one who came to Abuja here to serve was in Scotland to do her master's, and she'll be graduating on Monday. And I pray to God, Lord, help me so that my parents will witness her graduation. And just like a play, I sent her to embassy. Just like play, they gave them visa. And I called her and said, prepare yourself. You are coming to London. They said, in our life, said, don't worry, when you are alive. So 3 days ago, I went to Heathrow to get convey them. And I saw my daddy that will be 80 years old. You know, there are some things that will happen to you, then you forget that they are old. When he saw me, it was like, and I said, the boy, he said, wow. He grabbed me. He said, now I enter London. I remember the butcher, the bones they want to throw away. The bones they want to throw away. That they don't need anything about. They want to throw it away. My father said, give it to me. That my father will put cutlass. So that he will be able to lick something. Why eat? Mo rántí ìgbà tí dáàdì mi máa ránjẹ sí yàrá tí ó fẹ́ ráṣàn pé kóúnjẹ má tán tá a fagolo ráìsì gbèmọ̀ ráìsì olókùúta tó máa ń yọ yẹn ẹ̀ẹ̀kan sẹ́ẹ̀mejì lọ́dún náà ni o kì í ṣe ojoojúmọ́ o tó bá jẹ ráìsì ọdún dé nìyẹn àwọn fẹ́ jẹ ráìsì bolo ó ti rí so dáàdì mi láwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ kápẹ́ńtà ni àwa táwa nù lẹ́yìn afẹ́ tó 15 dáàdì mi ayé agolo ráìsì agolo 2 àbọ̀ sí 3. Pé kí màmá mi lọ ṣe màmá mi á wá lọ gbà àwìn ládùúgbò just to support ìkóníkálukú tí ẹ lè rí díẹ̀ jẹ.
I could remember when my father will ration food so that the food will last. Then my mother will go elsewhere to go and collect or borrow food or take more food.
Ta ló jẹ yẹn ẹ̀gẹ́ rí ta ló jẹ yẹn ẹ̀gẹ́ family kan lèmi àti ẹ̀ ọ̀gá ló ń jẹ nlé.
We don't have food at home.
Màmá kan tá ń jẹ lóde olówó lóṣogbo.
A woman was selling food at Ojolowo.
Dáàdì mi á wá gbábọ́ fún wa.
And my father will not give us food.
Ká lọ gba oúnjẹ wá.
That we should go and collect food.
Tá a bá wá débẹ̀.
And by the time we got there,
wọ́n á máa bú wa.
They will intentionally be abusing us.
Àwọn alájẹnù.
wọ́n tún ti dé wọ́n wá gba oúnjẹ.
They will be saying all sort of what to us.
ẹni tó ń fún wa náà ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ alámọ̀lá ni kì í ṣe kó ló nílé iṣẹ́.
The person abusing us is not the owner of that place.
àwọn onílé iṣẹ́ go bú wa àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ alámọ̀lá wọ́n máa bú wa kán tó ti wá gbóúnjẹ.
Those people working with them.
ìgbà míì tán bá máa ṣe ọmọ kan gbàbọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
They will just
take it from you
and they will just do it like this.
ìgbà tán bá bù tán.
How they serve us this?
oúnjẹ mélòó làwa ta kúnlé yẹn fẹ́ pín jẹ.
How many food are we going to share?
ìgbà míì tán bá rán wa lọ gbóúnjẹ wàá máa sunkún lọ nítorí òun mọ insult tí wàá tún pàdé.
Even as at the time we are going to take that food, we will be going there crying because we don't know the insult we are going to make.
Honourable da ibo ló wà ó ń dà báyìí. ọ̀gá tọ́lọ̀ ń bá dé láti.
If God come to help you.
kò sáládùá tó ń sorí burúkú.
There is no prayer list that.
ọkùnrin yẹn ti sùn. àti gbà táláyé ti dáyé mi ò ráládùúrà tó sorí burúkú. àti gbà táláyé ti dáyé mi ò ráládùúrà tó sorí burúkú. ráìsì tí mo ní kán wá já sí ìṣẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ pín fáwọn ọkọ eléyìí tán sì já báyìí how many bag ni tí mo ní kán wá já sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀.
The bags I want to share for the needy is 200 bags.
ní December yìí o.
This December.
báàtì àkọ́kọ́ 40 bag.
The first batch 40 bags.
àwọn tó kù ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn.
The others are coming.
màá pín ẹ̀rọ ata.
I will pín.
màá pín sewing machine. màá pín shoemaking machine.
I will pín shoemaking
machine. màá pín generator.
I will share the generator.
ní December yìí.
This December.
kì í ṣe pé mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
No, that I just started.
ọdún yìí ló pé 17 years tí mo ti ṣe.
This year is the 17th year I have been doing it.
èmi kọ́ o.
I'm not the one.
ẹni tó ràn mí lọ́wọ́.
The one that is helping me.
bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yìí.
As I'm speaking.
bàbá àti ìyàwó mi wà ní London. bàbá àti ìyá mi.
My father and my mother is in London.
mo wá rántí ọjọ́.
And now we collect.
tí landlord talé mọ́ wa lórí.
That the landlord sold the house on us.
tá a rí ibi sùn.
And we don't have where to sleep.
ta ló sọ pé Ọlọ́run lè ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
Who said God cannot help you?
ohun tó ń là kọjá kò ṣàpèjúwe ń tọ́lọ́run fẹ́. àmì ò máa rántí mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ mi.
I don't know who I'm speaking to this morning.
Your current situation.
Ohun tó ń là kọjá báyìí.
Never describe what God is having in stock for you.
Kò ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ohun tí Ọlọ́run ṣètò sílẹ̀ fún ẹ.
ọ̀la ẹ̀ máa dá o.
Your tomorrow is good.
òun ló jẹ́ kó nílé tó báyìí.
And that's the reason why today is so tough like this.
òun ló jẹ́ kó máa la nǹkan tó ń la.
That's why you are passing through what you are passing.
If you know God is going to help you after this encounter, clap for Jesus.
Tó bá mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run yóò wà lọ́lá ìpàkọ́ ìpàkọ́ fún ọba àwọn ọba. Pàtẹ́wọ́ yẹn dáadáa.
Ẹ dìde dúkẹ́ gbọ́ méjèèjì sókè.
Rise up and lift up your hands.
Olúwa mo nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́.
God, I need help.
Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ kẹ́mi ò bá mi.
Help me.
Mi ò tí ì rẹ̀ ń tó pè kọ́ lọ́rùn lọ́wọ́ tọ́lọ̀ ń jákulẹ̀ rí.
I've never seen someone that called for help from God and God disappointed.
Ó lè wá dákẹ́ ń bì láàárọ̀
You
yìí.
may not be silent here this morning.
Ó sì lè máa wá ago.
And you may be taking time.
Ẹ gbé ọwọ́ méjèèjì sókè.
Lift up your hands.
Ìdí ọwọ́ tó gbé sókè ni pé.
The reason of your raising up.
Olúwa mi ò léèyàn.
God, I have nobody.
Ìwọ nìkan ni mo
You
ní.
are the only one I have.
Ìgbà tí mo so mọ́ èèyàn wọ́n já mi kulẹ̀.
When I tie myself to somebody.
Ìwọ nìkan ni mo ní.
But I have you.
Ràn mí lọ́wọ́ kẹ́rù ó bà mí.
And let me be scared.
Help me.
Olúwa ràn mí
Begin
lọ́wọ́.
to cry and shout.
Kígbe.
God help me.
Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́.
Open your mouth and pray.
Ariwo gbàdúrà ní orúkọ Jésù. Ní orúkọ Jésù. Ní orúkọ Jésù. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Mi ò lóyè. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Mi ò lóyè. Olúwa mi ò lóyè. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ní ọjọ́ ìbí lọ́wọ́. Ní ọjọ́ ìbí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Mi ò lóyè. Ní ọjọ́ ìbí lọ́wọ́. 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 Mi ò lóyè. Olúwa mi ò lóyè. Olúwa mi ò lóyè. Olúwa mi ò lóyè. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Olúwa ràn mí lọ́wọ́.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Àmín Jésù.
ẹ fò sókè sàmì láti ìṣẹ́jú lọ wàá rí ìrànlọ́wọ́ gbà.
láti ìṣẹ́jú lọ you will receive help.
wàá rí ìrànlọ́wọ́ gbà.
you will receive help.
God will help you.
Amen.
Take your seat.
Jókòó.
àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà o.
We have not started prayer.
mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ mo mọ̀ pé òní eré ọwọ́ la fi ń ṣe.
I know that today we are playing.
ọ̀la Sunday máa le gan.
Tomorrow Sunday will be powerful. I will be here tomorrow.
ọ̀la yẹn.
That's tomorrow.
Hey, eléyìí a ti ń ṣe orí ọwọ́ pé welcome service.
We are warming up today.
Welcome service. o rí náà lọ́wọ́ rí.
You have never seen help.
o rí rí.
You have never.
lẹ́yìn ìpàdé.
After this encounter.
wàá rí náà lọ́wọ́.
You will see help.
gbogbo ilẹ̀ gbọ́ ẹ̀rí ọmọbìnrin tó ní cancer ọ̀nà ọ̀fun.
Many of us have had the testimony of a lady that has a throat cancer.
Esophagus cancer.
Esophagus cancer.
ó ti ṣe gbogbo chemo.
She has done all the chemo.
kò sí solution.
No solution.
ìfà àwọn doctor sọ pé wàá kú.
In fact, the doctor said she's going to die.
gbogbo àwọn pásọ̀ tán pé tán bá ti béèrè report doctor wọ́n á fòye doctor náà gbé wọ́n á ní kó máa.
So they were calling, once they hear the report of the doctor, they will now put their brain, they will attach their brain with it.
àbúrò ẹ̀ ó wá jọ ọmọ ìjọ wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
And a younger one that was a member in Lagos Assembly.
Let's go to my pastor.
Oh, I need to sort of pastor me.
One hege they wá jẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ mi báyìí.
And they brought her to me.
kan hege yẹn.
They brought her to me.
kò lè rìn dáadáa mọ́.
She couldn't walk again.
jókòó.
I asked her to sit down.
ẹ sà.
Everywhere I got to,
wọ́n ní màá kú.
they said I would die.
mo ní kó dúró.
I said, wait, this one will not die.
mo dá a dúró.
I personally
mo jẹ́ kí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀.
I intentionally allowed this to happen.
fún ògo mi ni.
For my glory.
ìjọ mọ̀ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé ẹ̀ fún ògo rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
Do you know that there are some certain occurrences in your life that is for his glory?
ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn dàbí ìbànújẹ́ báyìí o.
It's like something now.
ó dàbí ìnira báyìí o.
They are like pain now.
bọ̀ fún ògo rẹ̀
ni. But for his glory.
ǹjọ́ kó màmá yẹn.
Sit down, man.
ó ń gbomijé lójú ẹ lọ́wọ́ báyìí.
It's making you to weep now.
ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn mú kó máa sunkún.
That occurrence are making you to weep.
ìgbà míì wà á package ara ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀
You
pé
package yourself
all is well.
As if all is well.
wà á kàtíkè.
You pour powder.
wà á jáde.
You come out.
àwọn èèyàn á tún máa fọ lẹ́ẹ̀tọrọ.
People will still be begging God for you.
wọn à ní mọ̀ pé náà ń jó ọlá
They
bí
don't know
aṣọ.
that you are passing through problem.
tó bá dẹ̀ wọlé.
And by the time you come inside.
tó bá wòkè.
And you look
tó
up.
wọlé.
You look down.
tó rántí kan.
And you think about
it. wà á tún bú sẹ́kún.
You will burst with tears.
Ọlọ́run nígbà wo.
That God, when
mo máa kó ònú dààmú.
will I come out of this problem?
wọ́n ní sọ fún ẹ lára.
But I was asked to tell you this morning.
wọ́n jẹ́ kó là kọjá.
That they intentionally allow you to pass
fún ògo ni.
for a glory.
Say for glory.
Fún ògo ni.
pé ìlàkọjá mi yìí.
My occurrence, my
fún ògo ni.
for a glory.
ẹ jókòó.
Sit down.
àti débi àdúrà.
We have not gotten to a stage of prayer.
Aya, o máa lọ́la o.
You will have tomorrow.
You have future, good one.
Wà á ní ọ̀la.
Wà á kọ̀, ó ní ní.
You have it.
Òun ló jẹ́ kó gun lè mọ ẹ̀ tó báyìí.
And that is why you are in serious problem like this.
Ẹ kọ́lẹ̀.
Note it down.
Ẹ̀yin kan.
Some of you.
Kọ́dún ètò parí.
Before this year was out.
Ẹ̀yin kan.
Some of you.
2024.
In 2024.
Ayé yóò gbúrò ẹ̀rí ẹ̀.
People will heard of your testimony.
Àwọn á gbọ́.
They will heard about it.
Wọ́n á gbọ́ ẹ̀rù á bá wọn.
They will hear and be amazed.
Olúwa sọ pé.
God said.
Ọmọ.
Son.
17 years ago.
17 ní ọdún mẹ́tàdínlógún sẹ́yìn.
Mo fẹ́ lọ sí America.
I want to go to America.
Mo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba.
And I was still doing government job.
Olúwa ní rárá o.
God said no.
O tí lọ báyìí.
You are not going now.
Dúró lóko Èkìtì.
Stay at this place, this Ekiti.
Tó bá gbé ibi tọ́lọ̀ ní kí n wà sẹ́gbẹ́ àwọn ìlú kan oko ni.
When we place where God asked me to stay with some city,
but tó bá fẹ́ tún gbé àwọn náà sẹ́gbẹ́ àwọn kan ìlú ni.
Even when you place it within some places, it's a town.
So kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
What happened?
Olúwa ní gbọ́ o.
God said here.
Dúró síbí.
Stay here.
Ibi.
Here.
Ni màá ti máa mú ẹ káàkiri.
I will begin to take you all around the world.
Ibi tó bá wù mí ni màá dẹ̀ máa mú ẹ lọ.
And anywhere I wish, I will take you to.
Ibi tó ní ndó sí yẹn.
Where he asked me to stay.
Ọdún tó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ndó bẹ̀.
The year he asked me to stay there.
Ọwọ́ mi máa fi wúgi o.
I will use my hand to uproot wood.
Gbogbo church báyìí ní gí wà.
Top plan, we have trees all around the church.
Immediately
we finish, I will tell many of my members to bring cutlass, bring axe. With my cassock, I will just sit down. If I can go to the length of uprooting trees, what will you be doing? So we'll be cutting and uprooting. We'll be uprooting. We will now uproot trees. That mercy land, there is no single house there. They will now make a shed. By the time we finish making the shed, what do we do again? When we beat us, we will now make those trees, we will put fire on them. We will be beside the fire. We will be beside the fire. First year, 1.5 years. Me and mad people, we always stay there. Because they always bring mad people.
So instead of
these mad people to be disturbing me here, let us build a small house for them. The first building was a building for the mad people. Look here. God knew, is the one that knew the number of my clothes that the mad people took. That's why I knew that you don't close eyes to pray for a mad person.
In Jesus' name,
no, not like because they've torn many of my clothes.
In Jesus' name.
When I didn't know I would close my eyes and be praying. Some of them will just be laughing, they will just tear my clothes. They will tear all my clothes. I saw the one that we are, in fact, we are dragging it, fighting together. It was through the help of my honorable that do save me. Later I know that in another way I don't have to close my eyes.
So we are
building that house so that we can use that we should use it down as block and make the hall black so that rain will not be beating them again. We can see enduring so that rain will not beat those sick people. God has said no. This is how you should build it. That house turned to my office today. We now made another shed plan. It was my wife that would bring food that we will give to those sick people. We won't collect money, we won't collect anything. We are doing it. And God is healing them. As people are hearing that they are being healed, they keep bringing them.
47 years.
There is one 47 years old
teacher in Omoba Ekiti.
He's a teacher in Omoba Ekiti. And she beat one of her students. She didn't know it's her mother. And they told her. And they brought her to Mixlr. She kept eating sand as rice. Once we tied her, she would nobody can go. In fact, inside the place where we log her, we push the person to her. She beats the person. I said, Baba, I said, go and stay there for a while.
So violent.
God, what are we going to do? God said, go and praise me on her. If I hear the voice of God, if you call me,
drop this microphone and leave Abuja.
Drop the microphone and leave here. That's how I follow him like someone that didn't know anything. If you call me now by my name,
close down Google Church.
Go and close down people that can testify to it are here. They are here. You are the one that think you can do it alone and you put everything on you. The few they gave to you, you put it in your That's why God did not open another way for you. Because you are telling God that you want to keep managing what He has given you. When He said you should do it this way, He said, Peter, throw it here. Before He asked him to throw it here, He said, first borrow me what you have. And if he now said no, do you know the number of fish he will lose that day? Maybe it was that fish that even announced Peter.
Peter paru ẹja yẹn rí.
Because we never heard that Peter caught that kind of fish.
Ọlọ́run.
God.
Ó lóun fẹ́ ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
He said he wants to help you.
Ìwọ wá ń forí calculate irú.
And you are not calculating the way.
Ọmọbìnrin yẹn.
That lady.
Bí mo ti yin Ọlọ́run tán.
As I praised God.
Tí mo padà bọ̀ nlé.
And I was coming back.
Àkísà yẹn náà ló ṣì wà lára ẹ̀.
She kept on with that rag.
Bó ti ń bọ̀.
As she was coming.
Èmi ti rò pé ṣé àwọn pé wèrè ní. Level àwọn kan wà. Wọ́n máa rẹ́rìn sí ọ, wọ́n máa dákẹ́.
You know, mad people, they have category. Some will be laughing, they will relax. They will laugh, they will relax.
Category kan nìyẹn.
That's one category.
Àwọn kan àwọn kan máa wò ẹ́
There are some, they will just be looking at you.
Kò sí ní tó sọ wọn ní dáhùn. Category oníkùkù àti ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni.
So violence.
So nígbà tí mo dé láti ibi tí mo ti yan ní Ọlọ́run.
As I finish from where.
Ẹni tí òrìjà ayé ló ní kò sáyé.
It's because you have never seen. Word, that's why you're saying they are.
Ló bá rẹ́rìn.
And she kept
laughing.
Ló kúnlẹ̀. She knelt down.
Arúgbó ẹ̀ ló dáhùn.
I made mention of her name, she answered.
Mo ní kán tún aṣọ ẹ̀ wọ̀, ó ní ó ní irú aṣọ wo ni mo wọ̀ yìí.
Say what kind of dress did I put on?
Báwo ni mo ṣe débí.
How did I got here?
Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ mo ní kán lọ wẹ̀ fún.
I said go and.
Àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ jó
Then we now begin to dance and singing.
Látọjọ́ náà ló ti sàn dòní.
Since that day she was healed to today.
Ẹ̀yìn yẹn ó kọ́lé Sádó Èkìtì báyìí.
After that she built house at Sádó Èkìtì now.
Ìrànlọ́wọ́.
Help.
Ìrànlọ́wọ́.
Help.
Olúwa lè fi àlàáfíà pípé ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
God can help you with divine health.
Mi mọ nǹkan tó ń là kọjá lọ́wọ́.
I don't know what you are possible.
Wọ́n lè lo ní cancer.
They may say you have
Wọ́n
cancer.
lè lo ní diabetes. Wọ́n lè lo ní kidney problem. Wọ́n lè lo ní liver problem.
They may say you have liver problem.
Ọlọ́run lè pààrọ̀ liver ẹ̀ láì lára ẹ̀.
God can change your liver without cutting you.
Wàá kàn rí pé nǹkan change.
You just see that things turn around.
Ó dẹ̀ bọ̀ sípò padà.
And you are restored.
Tó bá fà láfíà ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́.
If God help you with divine health.
Mo ń sọ nǹkan tí Olúwa gbọ́dọ̀ fi ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́.
I am telling you what God should help you with.
Number one ni àlá.
Number one is divine
sound
health.
health.
Àlàáfíà pípé.
Yes. Wàá pé 90 wàá sì máa tọ́.
You will clock 90, you will still be bouncing.
Ọmọ tó tẹ̀lé mi lọ gbé bàbá mi ní airport tó sọ pé bàbá yìí ò lù kejì ẹ̀.
The person that followed me to the airport to pick my father said, my father does not worth its age.
Kò lùkù èjì ẹ̀ kì í ṣe pé
It
wọ́n
doesn't
ti.
look like his age.
O gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo wá sọ fún ni.
You didn't hear what I told
Mo
you.
ní tógun bá ṣẹ́tán fún yàn.
I said when your battery is over.
Wàá gbàgbé hypertension á disappear.
Hypertension will disappear.
Àwọn ayọ̀ kan wà tó máa ń pa àìsàn rẹ̀.
There are some joy that will quench sickness.
Àìsàn míì tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ omi gan torí òṣòwò ló fà.
The sickness is because there is no money.
Ibẹ̀ ló ti ronú tó ní plantation.
And that's why you think you are thinking and you have hypertension.
Àbí plantation kọ́ ni hypertension. Wọ́n gbọ́ ọmọ kan wá bí láti Súlèjà ní ṣé last year àbí 2 years ago.
They bought somebody from Suleja like 2 years ago. Yes.
Kò tiẹ̀ lè gbéra ńlẹ̀.
The person could not even stand at all.
Sọ́mọ ni àbí bàbá. Ṣé ẹ rántí? Kò sọ hospital tí wọ́n ti rù dé.
There is no hospital they have not taken.
Bí wọ́n ti gbọ́ pé mò ń bọ̀ l'Abuja.
And they heard I'm coming to Abuja.
Ní gbé wọn tẹ̀ síbẹ̀ yẹn.
They brought her, they lay her.
Nígbà tó tó àkókò lójú ẹni tó fẹ́ ràn lọ́wọ́.
Time for the person to help her.
Àdúrà náà lágbà fún.
We pray for her.
Mo dẹ̀ yí omi sí mímọ́.
And I bless water.
Ló ti rí wòsàn.
I said she's healed.
Kò rí wòsàn lọ́jọ́ náà.
She did not receive the healing.
Àwọn rò pé kò ní san ni.
They thought she would not.
Mo ní pásítọ̀.
I said pastor.
Sẹ́yìn náà ni. Mo ní ó yẹ ọjọ́ báyìí ni kẹ́ fi gbàdúrà fún.
Pray for her for these days.
Eléyìí tí bàbá mi fẹ́ ṣe ó ti ṣe.
The one my father want to do, he had done it.
Ọmọ yẹn yan kiri dòní náà.
That lady is moving about to today now.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ rí lọ́jọ́ yẹn wà ń bí.
You that saw her that day.
Kò lè dájò kó kò lè dìde
She could
dúró.
not stand up, she could not sit down.
Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó tó àkókò fún ẹni tí ó ràn ní
But
lọ́wọ́ láti ràn lọ́wọ́.
for the person to help her.
Ó wò sàn.
She helped, she healed her.
Ẹni tán ló ní esophagus cancer.
The body said she has esophageal cancer.
Tí gbogbo èèyàn ti mú déètì ikú fún.
And everybody has picked the date of
Olúwa ní
death.
kò ní kú.
God said she will not die.
O gbọ́ lẹ́yìn tí Olúwa wòsàn tán.
After when God healed her.
Gbogbo yín lẹ gbọ́ testimony ẹ̀ tí
Everybody
ẹ̀ tẹ́ wá sí ìṣẹ̀ ọ̀run.
testimony at Seun, you that came there.
Ó wá padà lọ fún check up.
She now went back for check-up.
After 6 months tó ti
Lẹ́yìn
sàn.
oṣù mẹ́fà.
Doctor ní ṣé wọ ni.
The doctor said, are you the one?
Kò possible.
It's not possible.
Ó yá máa wá fún check up 2 weeks.
They coming for check-up 2 weeks.
Nígbà tó wá 2 weeks yẹn.
When she came for 2
Tí
weeks.
6 months mi
And
parí.
another 6 months complete.
Doctor yẹn wá ní jọ.
The doctor now said,
Mo fẹ́ mọ pastor
I
ẹ̀.
want to know your pastor.
Mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ti lé ní 30 years.
I've been doing this job for almost 30
Kò
years.
sí ẹni tó nírú cancer tó ní ó máa ń kú ni.
There's nobody with this type of cancer that did not die.
Because kò sí nǹkan fẹ́ kọ́ọ̀tì lọ́nà fún ẹ.
Because there's nothing we want to cut in your esophagus.
Pé a ti wò pé after 6 months.
We've discovered that
Ó yẹ kó o kú.
you ought to die.
Bọ̀ ó wà láyé ìdí sí.
But she's alive to today.
Ẹnìkan pariwo ìrànlọ́wọ́ kí n gbọ́.
Let somebody shout help.
Wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó lágídí mo ní kó pariwo ìrànlọ́wọ́.
Shout help.
Ọlọ́run lè fi àlàáfíà tó pé rìn.
God can give you sound help.
Ẹ tún gbọ́ nǹkan kejì tó Ọlọ́run máa fi ràn yàn lọ́wọ́.
Listen to the second thing that God can use to help you.
Ó ní ọgbọ́n.
It's wisdom.
Kí ni mo wí?
Wisdom.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè dáadáa.
Wisdom.
Kí mo lọ́lọ́run lè fi ràn lọ́wọ́ yìí.
Wisdom.
Listen.
Bọ́mi.
Àwọn ìkórìtà kan wà nù ayé ènìyàn.
There are some junctions in one's life.
Tí Ọlọ́run ò bá tí ì fún ẹ ní ọgbọ́n fún.
If God has not given you wisdom for it.
Tó o bá débẹ̀.
And you got there.
Wàá jábọ́ bígbà tí pilot tí ò mọ plane wà tó bá tó ń fly plane.
You will fall down as if a pilot that didn't know how to fly a plane is flying it.
Look at me very well.
Wò mí dáadáa.
And listen carefully.
Kó dẹ̀ gbọ́.
You need wisdom for everything on
O
earth.
nílò ọgbọ́n fún gbogbo.
There's a place of knowledge.
Àwọn ìkórìtà òye wà.
That you can study or learn from anybody.
Tó lè kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ènìyàn lè kà.
But when it comes to wisdom,
Wọ́n nípa ọgbọ́n.
it is God that gives that one.
Ọlọ́run ló fún ènìyàn.
And when He gives you wisdom,
Tó bá dẹ̀ fi ọgbọ́n fún.
there is no junction of life
Kò sí ìkórìtà ayé kankan.
that you won't scale through.
Tó ò ní là kọjá.
Tó o bá lọ́gbọ́n yẹn,
If you don't have that wisdom.
tó o bá fẹ́ fò,
You want to fly.
ayé ajá ẹ̀ bọ́.
They will fall you down.
Wisdom ni
Ọgbọ́n ni.
pé ẹni tó ń rojú ẹ,
There's someone that's talking of
tó o
you.
dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò tó ẹ,
And you know it's not up to you.
tí wọ́n mọ̀,
They don't know him.
tí ò léèyàn,
He didn't have anybody.
tí ò lórúkọ.
He didn't have name.
Wisdom require that you don't answer the person.
Òye ló sọ ọgbọ́n ló sọ pé o gbọ́dọ̀ dá lóhùn.
Because if you answer the
Tó
person,
tó bá dá lóhùn.
you are making him popular.
O ti fẹ́ sọ ọ́ di pàtàkì nìyẹn.
They don't know him.
Wọ́n mọ̀.
It is you they know.
Ìwọ ni wọ́n mọ̀.
Ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ tó mọ̀ pé inú bẹ̀ ló ti ń ṣọ̀ṣọ́.
The pig that knew that that's where he's
Ó wá ń
dwelling.
drag ìwọ tó wọṣọ funfun wọnú
Not dragging you
ẹrọ̀fọ̀.
that wear white into that
Wàá
mud.
yọ̀ǹda ẹ̀ ní pé kó
You
máa
will
ṣe
just
tiẹ̀.
leave it to be doing his own.
Nobody can quote silence.
Kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni tó lè mú ẹni tó dákẹ́.
Nobody can do what?
Kò sẹ́ni tó lè mú ẹni tó
Nobody
dákẹ́.
can quote silence.
Kò sí ẹni tó lè mú ẹni tó dákẹ́.
And somebody says silence is the best answer
Ẹnìkan dẹ̀ wípé dídákẹ́ òun náà ni èsì
For what?
tó dáa jù
for a fool.
fún aṣiwèrè.
So when you are rising,
Tó o bá ń dìde.
a lot of distraction will be coming your way.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdojúkọ ohun tó lè mú ẹ kúrò lọ́nà yẹn ni ó máa
They
wá.
will lie against
Wọ́n pa
you.
wọ́n mú ẹ.
They will say all sorts of
Wọ́n
things.
sọ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan.
Wisdom requires that you do what?
Ọgbọ́n ló
Be
sọ pé
quiet.
dákẹ́.
That doesn't mean you are a fool.
Kò túmọ̀ sí pé o jẹ́
That
aṣiwèrè.
doesn't mean you don't know what you are
Kò
doing.
túmọ̀ sí pé o gbọ́n.
That does not mean what they are saying is right.
Kò túmọ̀ sí pé ohun tó ń sọ dé
But
òótọ́.
because they are fools,
Ṣùgbọ́n tó kọ́ jẹ́ aṣiwèrè.
keep quiet.
Wọ́n dákẹ́.
Oh. Are you learning here this
Ṣé o
morning?
kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ níbí láàárọ̀ yìí?
But if it is wise person,
Tó bá jẹ́ ọlọ́gbọ́n,
answer him. Dalung.
What do I say you should do? Answer the person.
Dalung.
If it is a fool, do what? If it is wise person, answer him.
Dalung.
If he give you 2, give him 4. If he give you 4, give him 8. When he get to a stage, he will calm down. But if it is full, no matter how he polish his own foolishness, please don't answer. Because he will drag you to the mud. And he's enjoying the mud. But he's dragging you. Wisdom. Wisdom. Some ladies are ripe for wedding, but they are so foolish, they are not ripe for marriage.
Àwọn obìnrin kan wọ́n dàgbà tó láti ṣe ìgbéyàwó ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò kájú wọn láti lọ́kọ.
By wisdom,
nípa òye,
if you are a choleric, tó bá jẹ́ àṣà jẹ́ ká lò bẹ́ẹ̀.
Tó bá jẹ́ àṣà ni ẹ́. You are àṣà.
Tó bá pàdé choleric mi.
Ó jẹ́ àṣà ó pàdé ẹlòmíì.
Kẹ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ 10 minutes ẹ máa disagree ẹ máa argue.
Kẹ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá you be agreeing you be disagreeing.
So you immediately need the prophet láti sọ pé red flag àlejò lọ.
Nílò láti gbọ́ látẹ̀lé ní pé me and this person
can't work together.
We can't work together.
Need the pastor.
Nobody should tell you.
Bọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe dá.
That the way God created the person.
Ẹ̀bùn tó fún.
The gift
ó fún wọn náà.
That he gave to you.
Tẹ́yìn méjèèjì bá wọ marriage.
The both of you enter into marriage.
Ẹnìkan pa ẹnìkan.
One person will kill the other.
Wisdom.
Ọgbọ́n ni.
Wisdom requires that as a young lady, somebody is dating you, is coming to your house, he didn't buy bread, no recharge card, nothing. Wisdom should tell you that by the time you go into that marriage, tẹ́ ẹ bá bímọ wàá ra pampers, wàá ra ṣọmọ, wàá ra gbogbo nǹkan fúnra rẹ̀.
Ọgbọ́n ni ó sọ fún ẹ pé òun fẹ́ ẹnìkan ó wálé kò wá búrẹ́dì kò wá nǹkan kan wá ó yẹ kẹ́ kó sọ fún ẹ pé tó bá ti fẹ́ ní ìsílẹ̀ o ìwọ ló wà pampers ló wà gbogbo ẹ̀.
Èèyàn ń fẹ́ sọ́nà ó tún ní kó ra káàdì fún òun rà.
He's marrying you on the way he asks you to buy card for him.
Ó tún béèrè pé lọ́wọ́ alákàntì ẹ̀ kò sẹ́ndì díẹ̀
sóun.
He's
asking you that how much is in your account send some to me.
Kò tí ì fẹ́ délé ó yáwó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò san padà.
The person has not married you to home he still borrowing money from you.
Ó tún wá mórúkọ ẹ̀ pé dádì ẹ̀ bá gbàdúrà sí.
Now say daddy please help me pray to his name.
O nílò deliverance.
You supposed to be delivered.
Wisdom.
Ọgbọ́n.
Wisdom.
Ọgbọ́n.
As a minister or pastor,
bí wọ́n ṣe Ọlọ́run.
There are some people that have what I call independent spirit.
Àwọn kan wà tẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ẹ̀mí òmìnira.
Yes. If such person is in your ministry, call the person, pray for him and tell him, please go.
Tí ẹni ẹ bá wà nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ bí ẹni ẹ gbàdúrà fún sọ pé máa lọ.
Because if he didn't go now,
tí ò bá lọ báyìí,
it will cause trouble before he leave.
Yóò padà dá ìṣòro sílẹ̀ kó tó lọ.
Wisdom.
Ọgbọ́n.
Wisdom.
Ọgbọ́n.
You want to get married.
O fẹ́ gbéyàwó.
And you lack wisdom.
O dẹ̀ lọ́gbọ́n.
You lack wisdom.
Lọ́gbọ́n.
You are not right. No matter your age, you are not right.
Kò sí ọjọ́ orí tó lè wà lórí ẹ o tí tó fún.
Because wisdom requires that you should know that you are not getting married to that person alone.
Pé o fẹ́ ẹni ẹnìkan o.
Tó bá ní bàbá.
If he has a father.
Wà á fẹ́ bàbá ẹ̀.
You will marry the father.
Tó bá ní ìyá.
If he has mother.
Wà á fẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀.
You are going to marry
the
mother.
Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ yẹn làkọ́bí.
If the person is the first child.
Ó ti ní bùkátà.
You have a lot of responsibility.
So tó o bá ti ready.
If you are not ready for that.
Me and my wife.
Èmi àti ìyàwó mi nìkan.
Wà á jagun àná bí.
You will fight a lot of battle.
Wà á jagun àná.
In-laws battle.
Wà á mọ̀ pé àná burúkú wà.
You will know that we have bad in-laws.
Ìwọ ló dẹ̀ máa fà á.
And you will be the cause of it.
Wisdom requires that you make your father-in-law your own biological father.
Your
mother-in-law your own biological mother. Your wife's sibling your siblings.
Ó sọ di tara rẹ ni.
You have to humble yourself. Mix with them. They won't believe you at the initial stage. But by the time they discover that you are real, they will accept you. Then you have peace. Ṣòrí tíyàwó ẹ bá gbóná.
If your wife is hot,
tí wọ́n bá ti gba tiẹ̀ nílé wọn,
and they accept you in your house,
àwọn ní ó bọ̀ ṣẹ́gun ẹ̀.
They will be the one to conquer your wife.
Wisdom.
Ọgbọ́n. Bọ́ ó sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ lójú ẹ pé brother rẹ yẹ olórí burúkú ni ó tún ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ mi ń jẹta. Bọ́ọ̀ la yí àwọn àǹtí ẹ̀ ṣe rí báyìí. Ó wá rò pé inú ẹ̀ máa dùn sí ẹ. Olóde ń gbà yẹ olóńsó oúnjẹ yóò kàn dògún eku fún ọ ní. Màmá kan sọ fún mi láìpẹ́ yìí. Ó ní bàbá ẹ bá mi gbàdúrà tó bá bẹ́ẹ̀ kú kó kú ọmọ mi á fẹ́ ìyàwó mi. Mo la máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ á ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kọ́ ọmọ yín má bàa dókò àní ṣe báyìí. Torí tí mi bá sọ fún màmá yẹn pa máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó lè lọ bẹ́ni tí ó ṣe. Wisdom. O fẹ́ marry.
You want to marry.
O kọ orúkọ brother mẹ́rin.
You write the name of 4 brothers.
Wá síwájú pastor.
To a pastor.
O ti mọ̀ pé naira bet ló fẹ́ ta.
Don't you know that you want to play naira bet?
Àwa náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe kàn.
We too will do one.
Tokini tokeji dada ló kó lálábù lolo ẹ̀bà.
We just pick one for you.
We pick one for you.
A mú kan fún ẹ.
Intadẹ̀mú yẹn da.
And the one we pick
torí
is good.
Bíbélì sọ pé gbogbo tọ́lọ̀ da.
God said everything.
Ìwọ ló mọ̀ báwa láti ẹ̀yìn.
It's good.
Àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin tó mú wá kábẹ́ fi ta tokini yẹn gbogbo wọn ló dẹ̀ ti bẹ́ẹ̀ sùn.
And all the 4 people they've slept with you.
You are a fool.
As you were in here.
Wisdom requires that if somebody genuinely love you, you don't have to force the person to introduce you to his own family. Somebody is dating you and he was keeping his entire friend and family from you. By wisdom, you should know that he wants to use you and dump you. So God must help you with what? Wisdom. Wisdom requires that when you are becoming bigger in the world and you are making name, that you need some stubborn follower. Stubborn follower that will look at some people and slap the person like Peter cut off somebody's ear. And Jesus said, don't cut the hair, but it's a signal that I know turale.
They will not. These days.
Wisdom requires I give you a small thing about wisdom. And honor the person.